And I couldn't believe it driving home yesterday. And I turned the radio on, Danny Kelly talking about Aguero. I said, wow, what's happened? That's it. He's leaving Manchester City. Wow. Wow.
Well, it had to happen.
Well, it had to happen at some point, of course. But I still think he's a good footballer. This year, it's been a shocker for him.
His body.
It's injuries, isn't it? They caught up with him, but he's been what a fantastic player for Manchester City for many years.
Oh God, yeah.
Is
he the greatest City player ever? It's a horrible question.
Well, they'll never say that because they'll always be talking about David Silva, the influence that Company had as a captain, Yaya Toure. I thought he was absolutely out of this world as well, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't think he gets the credit.
Yeah.
And then they're blessed now. They've got, De Bruyne, and then they're going to be blessed if Foden's there another 10 years. They've already got people saying he's the best England player since Bobby Moore.
Well, we say people. Adrian said that. Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? But he's definitely up there. And he's getting a statue anyway, isn't he?
Yeah, I like that. You must have a statue. Have you got a statue?
No.
You not got a statue?
No.
Would you like one?
No statue. No.
Why don't you have one made of yourself? If I had money, I'd have one made of myself and put it in the back garden. I'll put it in the hallway. So when people walk in, they go, oh, wow, that's impressive. And I go...
Really? In the house?
Yeah.
Is your house that big?
No, but if I had money to buy a statue, I'd have money for a big hall to put the statue in. Just about room for me to get into my hallway.
It is a problem with Manchester City. How many statues they're going to end up having?
No, I don't think it's No, it's not. No, it's not.
What? So you're telling me, but Aguero's got one, right?
Colin Bell will have one, I'm sure.
Bell.
Somerby got one.
Silva's getting one.
Right. But I mean, listen, they're not...
And then they're going to get... De Bruyne will be getting one.
Yeah. Company, did you say Company's got one? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, listen, it's a great problem to have.
Guardiola will probably get one.
Yeah, probably have two knowing him, won't he?
Yeah.
So I want to hear from City fans about just anything on Aguero. We've got questions about, who do you want to replace him? When next for him? Is he City's best ever? But City fans, this is your chance to phone up and talk about Sergio Aguero. 08717 223344. Where do you think he'll go next? Because there's talk of him going to Argentina or going to Barca or even going to Inter Miami. Where do you think he'll go next? Because, of course, we know the toll it's taken on his body playing in the Premier League.
Well, I think if he gets the opportunity, because he'll be going on a free, I think when you talk about Barcelona having no money to go out there, I think he's a perfect player to go there, isn't he? I think he'd enjoy his time there. He's got friends there. So I think Barcelona will be the obvious one. Saying that, they got rid of Suarez, didn't they?
Yeah, but he was on silly money.
Yeah, well, Aguero's going to be on decent money.
Yeah.
But they get him on a free.
What about PSG? Can you see him going there?
Yeah, I can see him getting in that as well. Again, he won't have to play every game.
What about to another team in the Premier League?
No, can't see
why?
it.
Okay, why? I was listening to the Breakfast Show this morning. They were talking about something.
I can't see it, mate.
I agree with you, but tell me why. Because you've had it before. Peter Schmeichel went to Man City. Dennis Law, supposedly, I know he went to Man City and backhilled the goal. That wasn't the goal that actually sent United down. A lot of people get mistaken. It didn't help United's causes, but irrelevant. He went to Man City. You've had Paul Ince going to Liverpool. So people, great players at
this
clubs.
Stage, I just don't think it'll happen.
No?
I don't think well, Frank Lampard went to Manchester City.
There you go.
Nobody expected that.
There you go. Could he do a job for Chelsea? Aguero? Would they want him? Would Chelsea fans want Aguero
again,
for 2 years?
It depends what he wants, isn't it? Does he want to sit on the bench and just be coming off the bench every so often? I don't think he will, because... Listen, they're giving him a statue at Manchester City to then go play somewhere else. I just don't think it's going to happen.
Do you think anything depends on whether or not Man City win the Champions League this season as to where he will go? For argument's sake, if he wins the Champions League, the one that's eluded him, it's a box he doesn't need to tick. So in theory, he could go to Inter Milan. What's called Inter Miami? Do you think that will have any bearing on where he ends up, whether or not City win the Champions League?
I think there's a lot comes into it where I think he'll be at a stage in his career where he'll want to go, where he can enjoy his last few years. He'll always have pressure in professional sport because he's a goal scorer and he'll have high standards he's set himself. So he'll look at the club, who he's got around him. Is he going to have an opportunity to score? Does he have to play every single game? Because I don't think his body's going to allow him to do that. And wages will come into it. Always does. Players' ego will go into it. He's not going to go there for nothing.
Do you put him in the top 5 strikers of all time in the Premier League? And the reason I say that is because Benty this morning on the Breakfast Show didn't. I can't remember the other two, but Rooney, Henry and Shearer above him. I can't remember the other two.
Drogba.
Drogba was one.
He would have had Drogba.
Yeah, and Wrighty was the other one. So Darren Bent had Wrighty, Drogba, Shearer, Henry and Rooney above Aguero. Do you put Aguero as one of your top 5 strikers of all time in the Premier League?
Well, you've asked me on top of my head, but I would have him in. I mean, his goals per minute ratio is out of this world. It's right up there, isn't it? I think he's an unbelievable footballer. I mean, you could easily have Andy Cole in there. Remember, he didn't take any penalties.
He took one.
He took one.
Yeah.
And that's what gets me about
he took two. He scored one, missed one. And then he didn't take a penalty after that.
Because I've always said this, but it always causes upset because they have to put the ball in the back of the net. But a lot of goal scorers, like Shearer, took a lot of penalties. Kane took a lot of penalties. These guys do take a lot, and it makes a difference. You could have Bruno Fernandes this year, winning the Golden Boot in the Premier League, when most of his goals have been penalties.
Yeah, but he still got scored.
Yeah, I know. But
I know what you're saying.
If you've got a job as a penalty taker, you can win the Golden Boot.
Yeah.
I'm not having that.
Yeah, no, I
get it. They should
get it.
count towards the Golden Boot. That's my point.